Hello, hello, hello. It is, what's today? It's Monday, and we're back with another episode of Travel the World as a Speaker. So for those of you who have been tuning in, I got the wrong camera angle. I'm sorry. So for those of you who have been tuning in, I've gone to a 3 weeks of work and take 1 week off because it gets a little tiring sometimes to go live every day. So I'm excited, and we're back, and today we're going to talk about understanding the business of public speaking. We're going to talk about the business of speaking, especially for those of you who want to travel the world, and I'm going to talk about the two things that I love the most, and that is travel and speaking, and how we can leverage speaking to travel the world. And I got some really good news for you. So I should introduce myself first. I am Phylecia Jones, and this is Travel the World as a Speaker. I am so excited to be here. We're coming back off of our 1 week hiatus. Yay! We're back off our 1 week hiatus. Of course, if you got any questions about anything, slide them in the comment box. I'm here live on YouTube. Hey, and I'm live here on Instagram. So I'm just excited to be back. And I typically have, we start to show off with a travel story. So I got to go ahead and move my camera here. We start to show off with a travel story. And I can't say that I have a big travel story for you, but maybe we just talk about planning. Right now, I am so deep into planning. If you haven't checked out our Pinterest page, go to Pinterest. Is it iFindYouClothes.pinterest.com? However they do that, or pinterest.com/iFindYouClothes. I think that's it. Go check it out. Hey, Maya Elaine, how are you doing? I have been planning. And, my biggest thing was when I do go on vacation, it is going to be an infinity pool isn't a requirement. But unfortunately, I may not get my infinity pool yet because we are doing an RV trip and we're going to the boat show in Florida. Yay. So if you haven't gone to the boat show, we've gone for the last few years because my husband wants to get a boat. And it's a crazy world when you're getting into boat stuff. So we have one toy, which is an RV. So we're gonna start getting back in that. It's been a little crowded over summer, so it's gonna be in the fall. So that means I have the entire summer to plan all of my travel for next year. So I think we plan travel for next year, and I think I've decided which country I'm going to, and that's going to be Costa Rica. Yay! So I gotta go get my Spanish on. Yay! My Elaine is saying I'm good. Can't wait to do more speaking. Let's get it. All right. So before we even get started with understanding the business of speaking, so I have a few things for you. For those of you on YouTube, you're gonna see a couple of graphics. It's not too crazy for you. Those of you on Instagram, it's just a little word thing, but I'm gonna talk you through it. So here's the deal. Here's the deal with speaking. International gigs are coming back. This show is brought to you by iFind You Clothes, where we actually go out and find speaking opportunities for people. And I'm starting to see the international gigs coming back full force, y'all, full force. So if you want to get into another country before the end of this year, I want you to come. You got to get on it but I also want you to come check us out at iFindYouClothes.com. Every Monday, we drop a brand new batch of speaking gigs. And today we just dropped some. We have 2 that are for international. They're looking for speakers to talk to Gen Z marketing, women empowerment. What else? I look at these things all day and I can't remember. Tech. We got hackers. So it's pretty cool. So the international gigs are coming back. So we can really, not dream about traveling the world. We can actually go and travel the world. I'm kind of excited, but I need my vacation with the infinity pool. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into understanding the business of public speaking. And what happens is a lot of us, we want to get into public speaking. We're interested in public speaking. We think we can make $1 million with public speaking within 2 days. But the reality is there is a business side to this, and you're going to have to pay attention to it, okay? And because even if you're doing this for your 9-to-5 job, there are some things that you have to pay attention to. If you got a 9-to-5 job, of course, it's going to help you out a little bit. But for those of you, if you're going out on your own, here are a couple of things I want you to remember first. So I got my little graphics going. First thing I want to tell you is that it is harder than what you think. I'm not trying to throw shade on anything, and I'm not trying to discourage you. I just want you to realistically understand this is a lot harder than what you think. You're going to have to put yourself out there more than what you think. You're going to have to do a lot more than the next person and the next person next to them. You're going to have to do more than what you assume needs to happen. If you are willing to do that, this is going to be amazing for you. But I do want you to realize that this is going to be pretty darn hard. I mean, it's rewarding. The journey is amazing, but you're going to have to put a lot more into this than you think, especially if you want to travel more of the world and if you want to start getting paid for real, okay? Because a lot of us, we think, excuse me, a lot of us, we think we could just show up and all of a sudden, people are making it rain on us. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. All right, the number 2 thing is you need to treat it like a business. Now, that is a big thing of understanding the business of public speaking, is that you have to treat it like a business. And when I say treat it like a business, one, I want you to get your LLC. I want you to make sure that you are going to separate everything so that you can understand that you are running a business. I want you to get your finances straight. I want you to understand profit. I want you to understand gross. I want you to understand all of those things. How to read a profit and loss statement is going to be crucial for you to understand all of this, and to understand that there's going to be a marketing element to it. You're going to have to treat it like a business. Just because you put a website up or just because you put speaker in your title doesn't mean the people will come. This is going to be a business, and you're going to have to put you're going to have to put some money, some effort, some design all behind it so that you can go out and get what you deserve. Okay. All right. No. Okay. This is not the right one. You got to tease. Number 3. Understand contracts. 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 You need to understand contracts when you are in the world of speaking. Now, a lot of us, no shame. A lot of us, we do a lot of handshake agreements. I have a speaking gig coming up this week, virtual. It's a handshake agreement. There's no contract. But the reality is, you're going to have to understand contracts. And ran into the situation today. Was supposed to MC an event that was supposed to happen in 2020. Of course, y'all know what happened. It got rescheduled, then eventually got canceled. No, it got rescheduled. It got rescheduled again. Now the official cancellation just happened. And so now it comes down to, okay, what happened to that contract? So you got to have the contract, and it's not there because some people get all, when it comes to contracts, but the reality is it's there to protect you and the other person so that everybody knows that you're on the same page. So understand contracts, get an attorney that can help you so that you can get your contracts in order. Okay. Number 4, you need to know your worth. Know your worth. Just know your worth. I'm not telling you how much to charge. I'm not telling you what you should charge. You just need to know what your worth is and your value when it comes to an event. Okay. You have to remember that. And this is just good advice just for business owners. Because remember, we're treating this like a business. All right. If you see me looking down, this is where my computer is. So I'm looking down at my things, trying to get my buttons going. My little thing doesn't work, so I gotta fix it. I have a little thing here that goes between the scenes, and it was acting up, so I turned it off. All right, finally, the last thing you need to understand about the business of speaking, you need to have patience and persistence. It's patience, persistence, and to be honest, it's basically consistency. And you got to have patience because it is not going to happen overnight. Most of these things aren't going to happen overnight. You're going to have to sit and be consistent and keep your name out there and keep going. That's why you got to be persistent. If you want a gig, you have to keep knocking on the door. You can't do the thing of, well, I sent them an email and nobody responded to me. No. If you've been watching me for a while, I'm about to fall down. You understand that it doesn't work that way. You got to have the follow-up strategy. You got to have it inside of you so that you can keep calling, keep reaching out, keep emailing people so they don't forget who you are. That's where you got to be persistent. You can't take no for an answer. You honestly have to force people to tell you no. That's the deal with speaking. You force people to tell you no, I don't want to book you. Not the, well, I tried and I never heard from them. No. That is not good enough. You got to be persistent until they tell you no. And then you got to be persistent enough for them to keep telling you no. So that's why you have to keep attacking this and go after it. All right. So these are just a few of the things that I want you to understand when it comes to the business of public speaking. You got to take it serious. You got to have patience. You got to do more than what you think, because it's hard. This is not the easiest thing. You didn't choose the easiest thing to do. And if you want easy, I mean, come on, we just go to Vegas and knock that out really quick. So you're going to have to put in the work, and you're going to have to make it worthwhile so that, you get everything that you want out of it. Understand your money, understand contracts. Take everything it's going to take to protect you. Okay. But no matter what, just don't give up. Don't give up. It's not rocket science. I've worked around rocket sciences. It's just a lot of hard work. That's all. So, of course, if you have any questions around anything, all you got to do is put them in the comment box here on Instagram or on YouTube. And since I get notifications, I will magically have an answer for you. Also, I would love for you to come check us out at iFind You Close, because we just dropped a brand new batch of speaking gigs, especially some international ones. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to be doing international this year, but for those of you who are ready, I'm going to be doing my international next year. But if you're ready, they're waiting for you. All right, so that's all I have for you. So take care of yourself. Have an amazing evening. And of course, I will see you tomorrow. I want to say bright and early, but it's not going to be bright and early. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have an amazing night. Bye.